This is the Ayer Conservation Commission meeting, Thursday, September 6, 2018. Confirmation of agenda. Any changes?
No changes.
All right. And we do have meeting minutes.
Do we have to vote on the agenda?
Oh. Motion to approve the agenda is written.
So moved. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Happy?
Well, I mean, do we have to? We have, but we don't always have to, do we?
No.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
Oops, I just hit the microphone. Sorry. Yeah.
Any changes to the minutes?
Fine.
No.
No.
One set or two?
I'm wordy as always. It's just one step.
Okay. Motion to approve the minutes for August 23rd as written.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any announcements?
No announcements at all.
Oh,
No.
it's been a quiet weekend like Wobegon.
Yes.
If only.
Really?
Any accounts payable?
We have some accounts payable. We also have, kind of in the money realm, this nice summary of our existing accounts from
Okay.
accounting. Sort of where we stood at the end of the year.
Okay.
Well, how did we leave that at the last meeting? Because we didn't review that at the last meeting?
A few meetings ago.
2 meetings ago?
2 or 3. 3.
Three?
It's Bill's second to last. Well, it might have been in your packets, maybe.
It was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to bring it, but I...
Beaver control, unexpended balance, $1,512.50. Pond survey, $3,819.25. Article 4, October 2016 town meeting, weed control, $5,653.78. And Article 23 from FY 2018 is $25,000.
Yeah, that's just kind of informational as I start handing you the bills. The first one, I'm finding I'm really missing my electronic access to the MACC handbook because we've let our dues lapse.
Oh.
Yes.
$281.
What's that? Well, I think it's $281 to start, and then there are add-ons.
What is that?
MACC.
Oh, with the dues?
So, because it's lapsed, they're gonna
They've locked me
lock you
out
out,
of
and then we have to start all over again.
Well, we just have to,
Pretty much.
we just have to pay up. It's an annual dues. for each of us. And then anybody who wants electronic access to the MACC handbook, it's an extra $15. Yeah.
And next Tuesday, Mr. Phillips, unless he turns out to have been an axe murderer, will get his formal appointment, so
No.
his name would have to be added, or put in there as our
Right.
allotment of
You know,
5
we got the
commissioners.
last chairman made it, so that shouldn't be an issue.
That's true. As long as you use a nice brand of axe.
It says benefits are suspended if payment is not made by September 30th.
I know, they already got us,
Yeah.
so.
Do we have budget for the electronic handbook?
$15
Well, 15 times 6.
times 6, if everybody wants
Yeah.
it, I think so. I haven't gotten a budget report, even though I ask for one to be given to us monthly. I get it sort of sporadically, and I don't have a current one
Budget,
from accounting.
Okay.
that place.
That place.
That place.
Get that on record, huh?
I think we are all on the same team, so I would keep asking.
Yes, I try. I do try.
Get that microphone aimed right.
All right. So, assuming we have the budget, we should add on $90. So, $371. Motion to pay $371 for dues and subscription to MACC.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
I
Aye.
And did you get not until after next Tuesday, but then
Right.
we have to get an official mail address. And meanwhile, you also you should put in, you got the email address for Mr. Phillips that
Yes.
he'd prefer.
Yep.
Right. So we'll put that in there too.
Mhm.
Good.
And while that one's going around, the Massachusetts Society of Municipal Conservation Professionals, Inc., a $20 membership for me.
Okay.
They have fabulous brown bag events that I've gone to a bunch of them, and it's a really nice networking opportunity and good information.
And how much is that?
20.
Exorbitant.
I know. Crazy.
So the MACC one, wait till after Tuesday and put
Yes.
Mark's name
Yep.
on it.
Yep.
Take off bills like they used to chisel off the dead pharaoh's name.
Wow.
And you're not going to be here next week, right?
Correct.
So
Next.
Tuesday for the Board of Selectmen
Oh.
meeting.
Oh.
So I'll be sure to be there. I never saw him before in my life. Who is that man?
Did we vote? Yeah, we voted.
No, we didn't.
All right. Motion to pay $20 for Joanne's membership in Massachusetts Society of Municipal Conservation Professionals, Inc.
I guess so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now, is that not in an invoice form?
We'll find out.
We will,
Yes, we will.
from those people.
And then, in the same vein that your agent is costing you lots of money tonight, there's an erosion control field day that's being put on by Middlesex Conservation Districts. this coming Wednesday for it's an all-day affair for $45. And I would love to go if you guys are willing to send me.
How much?
$45. I know.
Jess has to sign it.
Oh, here.
Who's,
get this
who's
one.
sponsoring that again?
The Middlesex County
Middlesex.
Conservation Districts.
Middlesex County.
It's like the Soil Conservation Service.
Okay.
They're the ones who put on the seedling and perennial and bulb sale
Uh-huh.
twice a
Oh,
year.
right, over Westford, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, okay.
Those folks.
Those folks.
Yep.
So you're not going to submit this, you're going to pay and then get reimbursed? Or
I
Because you
think
won't-
that's probably.
by Wednesday, you probably won't get.
Yeah, I know.
So motion to pay $45 to the Middlesex Conservation District to send Agent Christoph to a field day on soil erosion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Well, that's good. I'll write them a check and
Get reimbursed.
cross that other bridge when we come to it. That's all I've got.
All right. It's 7:15. All right, our first public hearing is continued notice of intent, 28 Harvard Road Global Partners, DEP file 100-0429.
Usually that little shelf there, if you
Yeah.
have
I'll get up on
something
that.
stiff that you can lean up there, that,
I think I can make it.
okay. And Jesse said you were gonna bring us some full-size
This is full-size
and
plans
some little ones.
and little colored of the rendering that I'm going to put
Great.
up on the board right now. So, hand in hand.
So Jesse couldn't be with us tonight, so he has sent his stunt double. And your name is?
My name is Jim Bernardino with Polar Engineering. Good evening, everyone. And Jessica sends his apologies for not being here to continue the discussions here.
Thank you.
So what we want to do is just give an update to the commission as to what has progressed since the last time we met. Obviously, there's been some ongoing coordination with the planning board as well as the DPW. So a revised set of plans have been submitted to address the outstanding comments, which we believe we have addressed everything, and we're hoping for closure coming up next week with the planning board, as we feel that we've addressed everything that has been of concern of the board, as well as the other planning and DPW staff that has done their review. What we'd like to do is just take a quick minute of your time to run through some of the relevant changes that were made that the commission would be interested in, pursuant to the planning board staff comments, as well as some of the other changes that we made based on the dialogue that's been ongoing with, with the commission. With that said, the first change that was relatively substantial was along the southern property line. Before there was a very large open grassed area. What's been modified is we're maintaining a 14 to 20 foot wide, 14 in the narrow spot, 20 feet in the wider spots, maintained lawn. Then the rest of that open area in the back is proposed to be planted with a conservation meadow mix. So there'll be limited maintenance on that. You'll be able to have larger, higher grasses, fescues, and conservation people. I'm not the landscape architect, but obviously it will definitely promote the vegetation to support some wildlife habitat and things of that nature. So definitely an improvement over the vast lawn area that was there previously. Secondly, it was asked or requested that we take a look at enhancing some of the landscaping up in the front of the site. That has been done. We added approximately 24 plantings and a couple of ornamental trees in that location as well. And point that we probably want to bring up, DPW asked us to take a look at some erosion controls from stormwater drainage that just goes over the embankment along the side of the roadway into the wetland area. We've taken the opportunity to stabilize that area with a riprap provided in detail, with some reinforcing fabric, riprap, so the erosion will subside. Actually stabilize that slope, so we're not going to have future concerns with potential roadway erosions or undermining.
And where was that exactly?
That down in this location right here.
Okay.
It's not colored, it's the little
This
gray dot area there. And that obviously we want to bring to your attention because that is a change that's within your jurisdictional area, within the buffer zone. But we think it's an improvement. We're stabilizing a otherwise degraded area. Along the rear of the property, it was asked that we take a look to see if we can mitigate some of the project impacts to the neighbors further to the east. We proposed 6 landscape beds totaling of 18 different shrub plantings through there. We're of the understanding during recent conversations between Jesse and staff that this really wasn't what the commission may have been looking for. They were looking for maybe some more trees or that or the like. We take no exceptions to working with staff to, replace or enhance this landscape area with some additional 8 trees, 9 trees, appropriately spaced so that the canopy stagger and the like. So we have no issue if the commission is accepting of maybe a condition of approval, if you deem that appropriate for this evening, that we work with staff to, provide that additional landscaping as we go forward. Obviously, there's a small mound in this area, just to shape the swale that's in the back there. We would site those trees in the appropriate locations on the top of the mound to get the highest and most screening possible to the neighbors to the east. And I believe lastly, there was a request that we take a look at some sight lines coming out of this roadway through the planning staff. There's 2 existing trees right here that obscure sight distance. Right now, sight distance coming out of that driveway would be marginal. So we're proposing to remove those 2 trees, and the enhancement of the sight distance go double. We're going to go up in excess of 500 feet. So that's really a safety item that we want to bring to the attention of the commission, that we're seeking to remove those 2 trees, cut them, we're going to leave the stumps in place. They're along the edge of the roadway. We try to maintain those stumps for stabilization purposes. And Jesse mentioned to me that I believe at least one of those trees is already degraded, potentially has some disease, so we might be doing it a favor to take it down now than later. Other than that, those are the plan changes that we've implemented over the last weeks, working with staff. And obviously, if there's any other comments, we're here to discuss with you and
So
see what you think.
I have a couple of things, being staff. I think the tree, one of those 2 trees in the front is an ash, and it's probably full, it really is in terrible shape, and it probably has emerald ash borer in it. And I've been trying to think who I know who might have a draw knife, John.
I do.
And we could go over there and
Look for them.
look for them.
Well, if it has emerald ash borer, it should be taken down ASAP.
Yes.
Would
That's-
the
And
that's-
taken care of.
That's the one
draw
that's,
knife encourage them to
That's
move
the
on?
one that we were talking
No,
about. potentially
we just
having
get to
issues.
see them.
And obviously, I believe the applicant's intent is project ASAP as well. So I'm not sure if the intent is to try to break ground and get this ball rolling before winter conditions set in and foundation. I'm not knowing the client. I believe that's their intention, but I can't guarantee. I don't
Right.
know what their construction schedule is, but I think they like to build them as fast as we can get them permitted. So
Well, if
the
we,
removal of that tree would probably
yeah,
be.
if we can determine if it does have emerald ash borer, there's probably a proper way to dispose of a
Okay.
tree that's infested, by chipping it to a certain size, I think.
And contact the tree warden for that?
Or DCR, I
DCR?
think, yeah.
Do they take care of? Because I think, there is a way, there's a method for disposal, I
Yes.
believe, right?
Yeah, it's nothing you'd want to just take to the landfill.
No.
No.
Right. And obviously, if indeed it's determined that it has those characteristics, I don't think there'll be any issue with addressing that one tree or two if they both happen to.
Yeah, I think only one of them is an ash. Planning, since I sit up there in planning, also let me know that you guys enhanced the screening between this project and the cemetery? North, yep.
Yes. The what detail, I don't have the exact detail of
Yeah.
the additional plantings, but I was more focused on some of the jurisdictional areas of the southern
Yep.
part. But there's a handful of other enhancements that were also done as part of the planning staff. So
Yeah.
you're correct, by no means were these enhancements that I spoke of limited to those
Right,
only.
right. And then the only other thing is in the swale up in the back, the check dams that were added,
Yes.
I think were something that we were looking forward to slow the water down as it came off the hill and then into that swale.
Correct. That is definitely a technique that they use, one during construction and even post-construction as well, to dissipate the velocities so that the vegetation stays in place, you know.
Yep.
So those are there
In the revised plan.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, these little
Those
gray
things.
things. Yep.
Okay.
I think we have 3 of them.
Yep.
3.
Yep, and then some of the other things that staff person asked planning to ask for. They basically doubled the size of all these little plantings on the radiuses next to the driveways in and out.
Mhm. So these are just low-lying shrubs?
Yes.
Is there a plant list?
Yes, we have a landscaping plan as part of the overall development, and it has a plant list, species, quantities, size at the time of planting.
Okay. Could you just review one more time how the subsurface infiltration system works?
Sure. Basically, obviously, we have a series of deep sump catch basins. Obviously, the site's graded, so we'll have deep sump catch basins with a hood that'll provide sediment coming out of any type of surface runoff that we have. Obviously, and then we have a conveyance system to a water quality unit prior to discharging to the underground system. The underground system is proposed to infiltrate certain quantities, but during higher peak rates, we do have a high level outlet. So we do mitigate all of the storms between the pre-development and post-development rates. We are enhancing the groundwater recharge by implementing this, the subsurface area, and the higher level pipe is, obviously we are required to design for these very large storms. So the typical raining events that you see coming forth, you will not see any, flow coming out of the water quality unit itself. During the larger units, larger storm events, you will. And then, obviously, this is not even going to be observed from the surface. Between the lawn area and the conservation mix that's going to be there, you will not have a visual depression in the ground or anything of that nature. It's going to look like a natural lawn. So from a visual aesthetics point of view, much greater than the conventional hole in the ground detention basin.
How far down below surface level is it?
I can pull out the detail on that. Let me see.
And then will you be able to access it from like a central location somewhere?
Yes, there's general access points on either end, so you could monitor any standing water in there. If there is, you could actually flush out the system and the like. Let me get the detail right here. This is sidewalk plan that we're having. They're not working today. 20 details. Okay. basically. These are the R-tank systems, which are honeycombs, basically. They are almost like concrete. When you build them, you look at them, they're going to be concrete milk crates. They'll all be stacked on top of each other. So it's a large underground system that you could get a very large volume of water in without having large structures. So with that, there's inspection ports. We have details for the inspection ports that will be located throughout the system itself. So you can visually take a look and inspect it, make sure that things are operationally correct. We are removing, excess sediment prior to the discharge of the infiltration basin by all the other pre-treatment devices that we have. So we have very little sediment going into the system itself, so that in itself helps prolong the life of these types of systems. So there's a 1.5 million different type of drainage systems out there now. They get big concrete boxes, they have these types of systems, and what they have is they've worked very closely with the computer software that we use for modeling. So whether you use this type of system or a storm tech system or box culvert, they all talk together now, and that we were able to provide manufacturer's details and specifications that could be modified to each individual case, which we've done here.
What's the life of the system? You said it extends the life.
Well, what it is, when I say extends the life, I mean all the treatment that we have upgrading, the deep sump catch basins, the proprietary water quality units, the operation and maintenance plan that's going to be implemented, for inspections, sweeping, and the like. All of that combined really promotes a comprehensive stormwater system and operations that give you a very long, longevity of the, underground system. I mean, you're not worried about excess sediment going in there, but obviously it's all contingent upon proper maintenance. If someone neglects the whole entire site for 10 years straight, then there may be problems down the road. But these folks are here to stay, and operationally they've been very aggressive with their maintenance requirements and the like, with their inspections, maintenance, pumping of the sumps coming, make sure all the sediments are removed. So, with all that components, upgrading of the infiltration system, it just promotes a greater life. The structure itself doesn't promote a longer lifespan. It's really the whole program that does.
So if it's properly maintained, is this a 25-year system or a 15-year
Beyond my
system?
retirement years. No, I would say if it's properly maintained, you're probably looking at least a 50-year system. I would assume. Obviously, over the time you may have decayed or decreased functionality of the underground system, because it will get clogged. Clean rooftop, and it's going to clog something someday, because you got the sands up top and asphalt shingles and the like. But if you do maintain it properly, you're going to have a long lifetime. By no means, I think the 50-year timeline is reasonable with the proper maintenance, but obviously with a minor decay over time. But factors of safety that we put in these things is 2-3-fold. It's one of those things where we tell you that only this much water is going to come out. Well, chances are it's not going to come out based on the requirements that we need to design around.
And then how does flow come off of the general impervious surface? Does it flow? I mean, is it totally level, or is it?
No, there's we have a topographic plan as part of the submission, and obviously throughout the driving area and parking lot, there are undulations through everything that directs water to a particular catch basin.
Okay.
And what we generally do, rule of thumb, we like to keep 1.5% of slope in pavement areas, because contractors do this, and anything flatter than that, you get little puddles. So standard engineering practice, we like to try to maintain from 1 to 1.5% pitch on pavement, so that water will run off, get to the area, not freeze, cause slip and damage. That's kind of a standard engineering practice that we implement just from a liability standpoint. Concrete areas, you see a little flatter sometimes because you get down to a 0.5% because they actually set a board. And then they can measure that board before they pour the concrete. Pavement's just a different beast where they get these big machines, they drop 10 tons of asphalt in the machine and they start laying it. So flatter surfaces are difficult with pavement. So that's why you'll see generally under the canopy, sidewalks, things that are controlled are very flat. And usually you see concrete there.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? Any public comment? All right,
I'm
so,
so glad someone didn't say I like Jesse better.
We're all thinking.
I would never hear the end of it.
So I like his name better.
Yeah. Jesse does it. Oh, look at that, Jess. I can see why.
Oh, it's nice. I like the naturalized area. It's really a nice feature. I think it's going to look great.
I think it's a great enhancement. When I'm talking to Jesse, there's been a lot of enhancements from the first go-around that they had. So I think through working with the planning board and the commission, I think the plan evolved to something that's hopefully going to be a real asset to the community.
Yeah, yeah. Those trees that are there currently will be happy and, yeah.
Well, and getting some more trees along
Some
the back.
company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As mentioned,
Oh, so, on the issue of the, like, 6 or 7 trees that could go in the back?
8 or 9.
8 or 9 trees in the back.
3 or 4.
I was,
Was that? Wait,
I have to say I tried.
where was that? But that was left up in the air when you presented?
Yeah, because
that
what it
something-
is
that something we want to?
yeah, I think, I don't know if, it'll be obviously up to the commission, but the applicant would be comfortable, with a statement of 8 or 9 trees, species and location to be confirmed with the staff or even the commission later on, just once they're finalized and determined. I don't think it's worthwhile keeping a hearing open for another month to something that we agreed to. Let's just find out where the dot goes on the plan. So if we're open to that, we're definitely willing to consider a condition of approval like that, if you're open to closing the hearing tonight.
all right.
Yeah, so just brought that up just because it was an open-ended thing. And
Right.
we should close the end on that and say whether we want those or not.
Yeah, I agree.
We would,
Yeah,
I concur.
yeah.
okay. So what we'll do is we're going to continue the hearing just because we're going to prepare the order of conditions. Oh, you have it? Does it have that condition in it?
Amended, so
But we've done that before. If we
Yeah, we can sign it.
just sign it with the note that that gets added.
Mhm.
You know.
And assuming the planning board doesn't come up with any more changes.
Right, and based on my discussion with Jesse, he's been in communication with DPW. I think they had the most long list, which were more technical drainage, engineering type of mumbo jumbo that a lot of people don't mind, don't like talking about. But we believe we've addressed those concerns, and we think that there's going to be no more forthcoming comments
Okay,
from that department.
all right.
yeah, and I don't know about the planning board itself. There's some changes at the planning board, and I don't know what that's going to mean for your project, but
Hopefully they won't be in the jurisdiction
just saying.
So, motion to approve the order of conditions subject to
Oh,
everything.
you know what? I'm sorry. I don't. You're right. I don't. This is Sedgway.
Okay,
There are so many.
all right. So you haven't started it?
No.
Okay, so we're going to keep the hearing open to the next meeting. Joanne will draft a order of conditions and send it to you for a review. And assuming you're all good with it, then we'll sign it at next meeting and close the hearing.
Very good.
So on the 27th.
Yes.
Yes.
27. Very good.
27th.
Thank you very much.
So motion to continue this hearing to September 27th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
So, George,
Thank you.
or Mr. Chair, in the past,
I see that.
we've had a motion to begin the process of issuing. We just,
All right, I'm gonna make one. And make one.
motion to begin the process of issuing an order, drafting an order of conditions based on discussion of
Okay,
satisfactory.
So moved.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
But the question is, do you want to keep that or
Keep what?
that practice?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, our next public hearing is notice of intent continued 0 Sedgway, DEP file 100-0427.
John Borden, Places Associates in Littleton. How are you tonight?
Good, how are you?
So,
You can have one for your scrapbook.
I took one from every meeting I went to. It would be ridiculous.
so we had our sidewalk, we had our meeting, we resolved all issues, have we?
Yes.
Yes. And we have the order of conditions ready to sign?
Yes.
Do we?
We've gone back and forth.
Yep, I'm satisfied and happy, thank you.
Thank you.
And I did review it with the clients and they're happy too.
So this is just the point of where, because we voted to issue it last time. Do we have to vote to sign it then?
Mm, no, I suppose you can vote with your pen.
Vote with my pen. We can vote with my pen.
Can you remind me what was, so other than the boilerplate conditions, what additional conditions were
There's
added?
a sediment basin.
Okay, yep, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yep,
Yep.
yep. Okay, got that, yep.
And that was,
Yeah, it was just the
green.
the sediment that was accumulated wasn't supposed to be removed until that sediment basin was finished.
It was finished, right, okay.
Yeah, because that's going to collect the water and stop the problem. Then,
Right.
once it's stopped, we can then clean up from the previous mess.
Yep, yep, okay.
Yeah, we did motion to proceed with drafting and issuing.
I suppose we can accept a motion to sign the order conditions and close the hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do you know when they're planning on getting started?
We're hoping to get going this fall. So
Okay.
I think they've got enough time to get in there and get the foundation and buttoned up before weather, but let's see what next week brings with the hurricane.
Oh.
Are we getting, is it coming up here?
No, right now they're just pointing at the entire East Coast, but give it a couple of days, who knows?
So I think one of the conditions is a pre-construction meeting with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yep.
And then you and I can walk the little spray paint and say, this is the limit of the sediment that's coming out,
Yep.
not past this, but.
Yep.
And that way, nobody gets overzealous.
Yeah, we don't like zeal that close to the pond.
So everything will be marked appropriately and,
Orange snow fence.
yep.
Okay, our next item is a discussion on abbreviated notice of resource area delineation, Shaker Mill Pond, Assessors Map 36, Parcel 18.
Technically, shouldn't this be a public hearing?
We did not advertise it in time, so all we're going to do tonight is schedule a sidewalk.
Oh, okay. So
Mr.
off the
Chair.
record discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I have a pretty color.
Ooh.
It doesn't have all your buffer zones labeled as neatly, but
Could I suggest that for new business such as this, we have Mr. Phillips move up to the table just to be present for the discussion. And then, once he's approved next week, he would be up to speed for voting, or?
It's fine. We're going to do is schedule a sidewalk. So
Okay.
we can't take any testimony. So, what are people's schedule like? Next 2 weekends are out for me.
Oh, shoot. I have 2 weddings this month.
The one weekend I cannot is October 21st to 23rd.
Okay.
Are you away that one too, then?
Which one?
21st to 23rd?
Of October?
Oh, no.
Of September?
September.
Yeah,
You're away then?
I'm pretty much away the whole month of September.
29th
Weekend.
too. How about October 6th?
I think that will work.
That's what, it's a Saturday.
That's
Yeah.
Columbus Day
It's
weekend.
Columbus Day weekend.
Nope. I'm gonna be gone.
I'm happy to do site walks, multiple site walks if necessary if commission members want to just go out and look around. I'm the engineer, not the wetland scientist, so I can walk you around the site and I can show you the flags. I certainly can't explain to you why where they are, although I'm hoping they're completely clear. So if you're in terms of a site walk to review the individual flagging, I will be scheduling somebody from Oxbow Associates who did the wetland flagging to attend with you to give you the descriptions. But other than that, if you're looking for a Tuesday evening, take a walk and look at the site, I'd be happy to do that with anybody. And you can even just give me a call if you can't make a particular weekend.
Can we do 2 weekends? Would that work?
Sure.
All right, so how many people are available on the 22nd? Raise your hand.
September.
September. 1, 2, 3. Okay. How about the 29th?
September 29th. I think so.
Okay.
I think I am, actually.
So when would you arrange
You
to have the wetland?
you tell me when you want Oxbow there.
I mean, I would like to participate on the sidewalk with the wetland scientist.
Mhm.
If it has to
I
be
mean, that
pushed
one's
in
the critical
October.
one. I'm more of a tour guide.
So were you available on the 29th?
Yes.
Okay. So it was just John was not, right? So everybody else is available on the 29th?
No,
29th I am.
Okay.
Bonnie's not.
Bonnie, okay.
The one after the Columbus Day, no.
Okay. So it would be Bonnie and Mark can't make the 29th.
Wait, Mark
Can-
cannot, you can't make the 29th?
Can you make the 6th?
No, sorry.
Okay. How about the 22nd? You can make the 22nd, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, I think I can make the 22nd.
Why don't you do the 22nd, and then I can get out there, maybe with Joanne at some point.
Okay.
If you,
So Oxbow on the 22nd?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
9 a.m.
9
Is that good for everybody?
If we could do it earlier, it'd be better for me. I've got something that day in the.
Can you do 8?
What time?
8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Oxbow on the 22nd at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And Jess, even if you just want to give me a call, I can meet
Okay.
you there at the end of the day sometime, or
And
just
just
take
join.
a walk through.
Okay.
Did you come out when we were out there with planning?
With the other one? Or,
No, on the backside. No,
no, I
No, you
haven't
weren't
been
there.
out on the backside. Okay.
I can take you on the tour. Whenever.
Okay.
And we're going to meet where?
So probably the easiest thing is to take Shaker Road around as if you were heading to the golf course. And right here, this is where the paved road is.
Yep.
And then there's a gravel access road that comes in. You can pull in and park anywhere right there on the
Where's that
gravel
at?
access. So on the big picture, this is 2A. These are the 8 new lots that we're just finishing up construction on. If you come down Shaker, over on Shaker, and then right here, there's a sign there that says deliveries for Shaker Hills Golf Course or something like that, delivery entrance. and a gravel road, so just pull in on the gravel road and there should be plenty of room to pull off to the side.
All right, anything else?
That's all we can discuss, right?
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so you'll advertise that for the next meeting? Or how do you do that out of curiosity, just to make sure we follow the rules?
Well, so if we're taking a walk on the 22nd, and the next meeting is the 27th,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't think that actually works timing-wise for
Sure.
the advertising.
Why?
Because the ad
Because it
can
has
go,
to go in on a Friday if we're going to do the Neshoba Valley Voice.
but the advertising isn't predicated on the site walk.
Right.
You just need to advertise the 27th, I believe.
Yeah.
Then
We're
you'll
not-
open the hearing.
All right.
I don't think there's anything prohibiting you from inspecting the site prior to a hearing.
I mean, you could put in the advertisement anytime between now
Yeah.
and the 27th, right?
We did notify all the abutters, and I don't think we've got anybody here, so as exciting as it is, it's just going to be us.
Yeah, so the site walk's irrelevant for the ad, for the
Okay.
public hearing.
All right, so then the ad needs,
The 14th, right?
Hmm?
Just have to advertise on the 14th.
By the
22nd,
20th,
Saturday.
20th, yeah. We have to advertise
I have to get the,
5 days before the meeting.
right, so I need to get the ad, and the deadline is the Tuesday before the Friday. So I have to get the ad in on Tuesday, this Tuesday.
How come? Are you
Well,
going to be away the next week?
we don't have enough, I don't think we have enough.
For the 27th, you can go in.
It could go in
You can
on
go in
the,
this week.
it could go in on the 21st,
Yeah.
which needs to go in by the 18th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
If you're
we'd be
going on
meeting again
vacation.
on what day, George?
27th.
I am
So
actually
do
not
it
going to
Until
be
the
there.
27th.
So it
That's
can
what
be
I'm-
earlier.
That's,
Right,
well, not
on the
continuing,
10th.
but we'll be opening it
Or
on
the
the
11th.
27th at 7
Sure.
p.m.
Correct.
Okay. Excellent.
All right. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank
Short
you.
and sweet.
All right. Next item is request for determination about applicability, 76 Sandy Pond Road, Canongate Condominium Association, map 29, parcel 4.
Yes, well, I went over there with the plan, and are you the person to whom I have been speaking on the telephone?
I'm Steve Sapinski.
Hi, Steve, I'm
Hi.
Joanne. I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
Good, because it's a little, when I got to the part on my walk where there's a drain of some sort,
Well, actually, before we start
Yes.
that, could we just summarize what the what the project is? Just-
this is a repaving project
Yes.
for the Canongate condominiums, which are across the street from the town beach.
Yeah.
And it must be about 50 units, 46, 48, 50-ish.
I don't know exactly, but it's around there.
I had never driven in there and was surprised that it's vast. And there are some resource areas that kick off buffer zones, and there's some work proposed in the buffer zones. And so I did go take a walk, and it would be great if you could explain the project in terms of, because I can't really tell from the plans if you're removing pavement or just paving over. Yeah.
So
So Canongate, if you haven't been in there, it has a main spine roadway that you see on the plans, and that road, yeah, I don't probably.
Yeah.
I don't think we have.
Yeah. Let's,
All right.
Let's
Oh,
go
that's
for a
good.
little, go for a little ride.
All right.
This must be those buildings. Not these buildings. It's this. This is. And
Okay.
it comes out on Snake Hill, so you can come in off Sandy Pond.
Right, so coming in
Oh,
from,
yeah, okay.
right, the main entrance
Yeah.
really is sort of from Sandy Pond. So if you sort of start up
Mhm.
there, you'll see this, that's the main access road coming in.
Mhm.
There's a pond on the right-hand side, which
Mhm.
is right there. And then you can, continuing up along the Spine Road, there's a parking lot right off to the left, before the first building. If you move that right there, sort of to the right. Yeah, there's a parking lot right there, which services that building, or a portion of it. If you go back out to the Spine Road, it continues on to another parking lot that services that building and the building that is sort of looking at that parking lot, right. And then you go back out to the Spine Road and it continues on, and there's a parking area that's kind of obscured by the vegetation that services primarily that building that's parallel to the railroad tracks. The Spine Road continues out to the street, and if you just go towards the railroad tracks a little bit, there's a little small parking lot between the Spine Road and the railroad tracks that services the building as well. Now, the Spine Road itself is somewhere, depending on where you want to measure it, it is somewhere around 24 to 25 feet wide. In some places, it's 30 feet wide. But there's parallel parking right along one whole edge. So the 24 feet really becomes 15 or 16. So there's an issue there about it as far as emergency vehicle access when people are parking on the street. So what the plan is to do is to eliminate the parallel parking along the street. So so that parking would be removed. The Spine roadway would be brought to a standard cross-section width of 24 feet. So in some places it needs to be widened in order for that to happen. Some places it's more than that, so we're just going to keep whatever's there. But we're going to make perpendicular parking off of that Spine road that's 90 degrees. So when you look at the drawings, and what I did is, rather than having all 8 pages, I made just sort of a drawing. I didn't mount it, but I can show you up here pretty much. Coming in off the Sandy Pond Road, the roadway that's there is going to stay the width that it's at. The pond that we looked at is right over there. We've got anywhere between a half a foot and a 3-foot widening on the right-hand side. And then as we come in, we're going to build 3 parking spaces on the right. And we're kind of going to do that in between the trees, between some trees that are there. So we'll have 3 spaces on the right. Then again, it's maybe a 2 to 3 foot widening, a couple spaces on the right-hand side, small widening, and then we've got like 9 spaces that we're going to build on the right-hand side. So all this parallel parking that's in here will become perpendicular off of the main Spine Road. The first parking lot, the width is adequate. because there's no parking along it, it's 18 feet wide. We're going to redo this parking lot, put in curbing. There's no curbing right now. Going to put a walk along it so that there's access along the edge of the parking lot for the people that have their access into the back of the units. And we're going to rebuild the sidewalks in that area as well. Moving into the next parking lot, we're going to widen the access to 24 feet. We're going to realign the parking lot and widen it maybe 3 feet at one end, 0 at the other end, and put in some curbing in a walkway along the curbing, and this way people can access the parking lot directly from the existing walks that go up to the buildings, the units. And we're going to also repave the walkways going into the units. So that's sort of the first half of the work.
And that area down by your thumb, that's an additional work, your left thumb.
Over here, yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of like 3 spaces of perpendicular parking coming off the spine road.
So this is jurisdictional?
This is the wetland that's jurisdictional.
Yeah.
And what we're doing there, we're basically keeping the pavement limits the same over here. We have a small widening in here, goes from 0 to about 3 feet. And we're showing a erosion control to be put in, sort of offset the slope. And then I'll show you the grading plan on the next sheet as well. So that's.
You said you were doing the roads to 24 feet. How come you're not? You're widening this one to 24.
Well, we're really not. There's a stone wall there. We have to take the wall down, and the grading would be a little bit difficult to do. And it seems to be working okay for the 18 foot that's there now. So this would be a little difficult to do. So in terms of the pavement, I'm glad you heard somebody say that standard engineering practice is 1.5%. Makes my job a little easier, but we have this graded so that there's nothing flatter than 1%. Is what we use. There's some 0.5% and 1/4% slopes out there. It's very flat. We're changing the high points and regrading it slightly so that we have at least 1%. There are no areas that are steeper than, I think, 3% out here. So with our widening and with the regrading in this area, we have some grading in this area of the buffer zone, so our erosion control is set off right along kind of the edge of the trees that are out there to accommodate the grading, and the slope would be a little seeded as well. The back section, I didn't bring copies of the plans for because really they're outside, I think, the jurisdictional areas, so there is an isolated wetland over in here, but which we do show on the plan. But again, and we have, I think, erosion control there as well. So that's really it. So we're really filing because I guess, up the pond in the front, that is jurisdictional. And, it's really, I don't want to say it's a maintenance job because it's not just repaving. It's repaving and adding some parking spaces. And in terms of the way we're repaving, we're going to reclaim it so that the pavement that's there now is going to be ground up. The excess ground up pavement will be taken off the site and brought to whichever paving company is going to be supplying the pavement. They'll take it back and they'll use it as, in the mix, recycled mix. Whatever we need to adjust the grading, or they need to adjust the grading, stay on site and will be pushed around by the grader to achieve the slopes that we need. Where it's too flat, we got to build it up a little bit, and so we'll use that ground-up material to do that. I think we're going to keep one pile of mix for future maintenance up in the back corner of the railroad tracks. I'll stockpile that.
Be good not to put that where you're actually showing on the plan, because there's a drain there.
There's a drain in the front, and that drain is going to remain. The drain that's there.
It's kind of in the back. This drain, it didn't show on the plan, but there's a drain right here.
Okay. Pick it up with the survey.
No.
Surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I said, wow,
Because-
look at that, and it's full of water.
Yeah.
Where does the drainage go? So
Within the jurisdictional area,
within the pond, where does drainage?
There's a pair of catch basins right now, and they discharge right into that.
Here. Okay.
I'm not sure exactly how old the development is, but I'm not sure how much maintenance the condominium association has done over the years on the catch basins. But we are going to be cleaning them and jetting them. That is part of the scope of the work. And if the basins, after they're opened and cleaned, need to be rebuilt, they'll be rebuilt as well. But right now, it doesn't look like anything more than maybe one might have to be rebuilt. Otherwise, they seem to be in pretty good condition from our inspection.
And with the additional parking spaces that jut off, is much vegetation, many trees that come down in those areas?
In some of those areas, there's going to be some trees removed. But we've tried to place the parking so that we minimize the tree removal. But in some cases, a couple of the trees are diseased, a couple of them are dead. They need to be cut and removed anyway. There's a couple of them that are healthy, but we think the association feels that they want to keep the roadway clear without parking on it, so that fire trucks, police, ambulances can get in without any conflicts, and that's really it's really more of a safety thing. We want to get the parking off of the main road.
It's just over time, there's been more vehicles, so they park on the street.
The cars that are parking on the street, from what we can, there's no trucks parking on the street. I haven't seen any. They've all been, everything I've seen has been cars. I've been up there probably 4 or 5 times at night in meeting with the board, and they've always been automobiles, not trucks. But people, they do park there because it's easy to get right into the front of their unit, rather than parking in the back parking lot and walking in their back door. So they park there, they go to the mailbox, they get their mail, and then walk to their unit from there, so it's more convenient, which is why we're really not expanding the back parking lots. We're putting in the parking lots perpendicular to the spine road, because it's the way people are used to living there. So
it's providing more sort of designated parking for particular units.
Yeah, the way it works right now is a parallel parking along the spine. Really, they all kind of have their own space anyway. So I guess it would be de facto spaces rather than de jure spaces, I guess, if that's the right word. Verbiage. They're not written out, but everybody knows which space is whose.
What's going to prevent, once you create the new spaces, what's the association going to do if people use those new spaces and also the road still? That's up to them.
They're gonna tow them.
Yeah.
And all the spaces are gonna be marked and numbered for every unit now. That's
Yep.
part of the scope of the work with the pavement markings, so.
So, do you know how old the wetland flagging lines?
Oh, we had it flagged, I think we had it flagged in the spring, and it might be on the cover sheet. I had North Environmental from Kingsborough did the flagging. So,
June 21st?
that might be the date of the plan, but
Or July.
I think it was the spring of 2018 that it was flagged. It may have been the fall, but I don't, of 2017, but I don't think so. I think it was the spring of 2018. Because I know we did the survey in the spring, I believe.
And you said Moss Environmental?
Norse.
Okay.
NORS. Steve Erickson, he's a soil scientist and botanist.
Well, somebody should locate that drain that I found today.
Yeah.
And that would be a good thing for.
Well, we know it'll probably be the beach, so.
Okay, well, I can tell you right where it is.
All right,
Is
so
that
it's
in the
sketch,
back
so.
area? Way in the back, or?
It
I mean,
is.
is that in the jurisdictional area?
It is, because
Okay.
it's near the isolated wetland that's over here on the side.
That's right next to the railroad track, right? That little isolated wetland?
No, well,
No?
there might be one out there too, but there's one, I didn't have a chance to go at this with my colored pencils.
I see it on the other side of the
The-
drive.
That sheet. It's over in this corner, I think, which would be over in here. This one.
Losing my focus here. Of course, all I have is a pencil, so we've got gray, another gray mark on white paper. There it is. It's,
That's up by the railroad tracks.
it is, the railroad tracks are here. And there's this,
Railroad tracks. Yeah, right.
I think it's right in here. And it kind of.
This is the railroad tracks right here.
Okay, so.
And Sick is down there.
So there's, I don't know if it is isolated or not. When I was walking around, it looked like a depression.
Yeah,
kind of
it's
in the
isolated,
woods.
yeah.
But there's definitely drain in the grass.
Okay.
It's round.
All right. Yeah.
So one question I have about this wetland closer to Sandy Pond Road, you know, I drive by it a lot and I
Yep.
kind of see it. Okay, you know, occasionally it's, you know, when it's really dry, it's dried up.
Right.
You know, there's some vegetation in it.
Right.
But it doesn't seem like there's a lot. And then when it's wet, it doesn't seem like it really produces a lot more vegetation, almost like someone's mowing it or keeping it kind of clean.
They don't really mow it. They just kind of leave it the way it is, and
Uh-huh.
I think it's all gravel, sand. That's what I think. I mean, I don't know. It's from what I can see.
All right, here's a question for you. Would you be opposed to, I mean, I don't know if this is the correct thing to say, but could you clean up a wetland? Could you clean it up a little bit and make a better little wetland system?
Well, that would be a
And there-
notice of intent, though.
I know, it would- yes,
Yeah.
it would be,
Which
right.
would be,
Yes, that's true.
that would be one of the things to consider.
That's true.
No, there's some nice cattails in there.
Yeah.
It's wonder how deep it is. You have any idea how deep it is?
No.
It's kind of mucky.
I think it was dug
Yeah.
for stormwater
Right,
management.
like
at
management,
one-
yeah.
Right, exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
and turned into
Under
a
the
little-
old regs, the old ponds.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not protected because it's so old, so it's a resource area.
Right,
So
right,
it's not exempt.
right, right. And it drains in,
I don't think it does drain.
I don't think
drain?
I don't think it has an outlet.
doesn't have an outlet.
Here's
No.
our, it's just a hole.
Right.
So there's no little outlet to Sandy Pond?
Nope,
The cor-
not that I saw.
No. Not that I
There's
saw.
one there, and then there's one across the street over there. Yeah.
This-
Yeah. So what happens when we have a huge rain? Where does all the water, is there any overflow?
Never seen
Never
it
seen
overflow.
any overflow?
No,
Never seen it that full.
yeah.
In the winter, kids see it.
Yeah. I've seen kids skating on it too.
Good peepers in the spring.
Very good peepers in the spring.
You could think, right? No outlet, no water, it's like perfect.
All right, so. Does the law apply to this? It should be positive and negative determination. That's the question at hand.
To have a sense of how much, what the gross additional paving area is.
Ran about 15 spots, 20 by 10 each row.
Oh, no, it's probably more than that. I might have that number.
So everything that's hatched on the plan is new paving?
Yeah, it's full depth pavement. It's not where it's going to be reclaimed. Well, I'm gonna say that total in the parking spaces and the expansion is 9,900 square feet. 9,977, that's my, and we're actually gonna be reducing some walkways, eliminating some. We're gonna be reducing about 1,000 square feet of walkways, so maybe the net additional pavement is 8,900 square feet.
Are there new walkways too?
We're taking we're adding walks along the edges of two of the parking lots. A lot of the walkways that have been down going to the units because people don't use them. And they're there, they have to show them. They don't use them, so it's a maintenance cost. Just to take them out and put them in the front. Leave front axis, primary axis.
So what would you like, George?
Like your opinion.
To me, this seems like upgrading and maintenance of existing developed land with little refurbishment, so it seems to me, my own view, this would be a negative determination. And Mark, do you understand what a negative determination is?
I do not.
It's a good thing.
Okay, so a request for determination of applicability.
So we're determining whether or not he has to file a notice of intent, which is a full application.
Okay.
So a negative determination would mean that he does not have to file, and this project has no impacts or only minor impacts that can be mitigated. There's a positive determination. The next step is you would have to file a notice of intent.
So to me, it's negative, but
I think it's minor. It's minor. Cleaning out basins, and I think you're improving the area.
Yep, making it safer.
We'll just keep those peepers there.
In this area in the back here, in the isolated wetland buffer zone, I don't see you have any erosion controls.
I think there was really no change in the grading back there, but, you know, I looked at it. I want to go out and look at that drain
Yes,
myself. And
please.
so I'm going to do that, and, you know, and I'm going to add some silt sock into that corner as well.
Okay.
So if you wanted to include that in your vote, that would be good.
Okay,
And then you'll be sure it's added in.
all right. So, accepting the motion to issue a negative determination, condition of adding erosion controls on the southwest corner of the lot along the isolated wetland.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. If we were a municipality, we'd be exempt, by the way. Right, so- Right, so that'd be a good way to look at it, right? So,
I live real close to there. I've never been up in there.
yeah.
I've never been up there.
It just goes and goes and goes.
No
It's-
kidding.
I was surprised. It's a big complex.
And they haven't really improved the paving since they built it.
It's pretty rough.
And it's pretty,
Yeah,
they
it is.
didn't
It is.
doing a lot of patching, and it's gotten to the can't patch it too much anymore
Yeah.
situation. Thank you very much. Have a nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Public hearing, notice of intent, continue 273 Woodland Way, DP 100-0431. So this is the start of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 agenda items. And in the interest of commission sanity, I'm going to cut this off at 9:30, if no one objects.
nope.
No objection.
Does the applicant object?
Objection.
Great.
Steve, I put that up on the big screen here, but I can't. I tried and tried and tried to zoom and move, and I can't move. I can just,
Oh, okay.
and I really gave it my best shot. So I can zoom, but I can't then drag the bar down here that looks like it should move us, doesn't seem to.
Can we do it like with
I tried that.
on the
You-
screen?
You can try. I
You
tried.
want to move it down? You want to
Well,
move,
it would be,
you want to
This
move
is,
it
this is where we're
back?
looking right here, lot 143A.
it doesn't go.
No, it doesn't, does it?
That bar right there, right next to the arrow. See the gray bar popping up there?
The gray bar. This one?
No, at the top. Or, I'm sorry, on the side. came in
This
there.
one?
Go back by the side here. Got this one. Is it that side?
Oh,
that's
no,
for
that does that one, yep, that's good. And so there's same kind of bar as here.
Yeah,
What- Can we just
Although-
zoom out?
there's one
What
on the
is,
right
what
side.
are these little tiny?
Yeah, there's a bar over there.
Are we moving? I don't
You can
think
see in the upper right, there's the bar, but you can't grab that. No, guess what?
we need to move along. Yeah,
Yeah.
because even on a full size, I'm having a hard time reading this, so I thought if we could make it bigger, it would help.
Back to the Stone Age.
All right, yes.
This is a continuation of a hearing that you opened on August 9th. We subsequently had a site walk. We visited several lots that day. This is the first lot that we visited. And we've shown on the plan that was issued to you at your August 23rd meeting, this plan that shows all of the lots that we're talking about using the most intensive house footprint. And so for this lot, 143A, the most intensive house footprint is the Hawthorne. The lower right corner of this plan details the various distances to wetlands, amount of impervious area, et cetera. Entertain any questions? Nothing has changed since our walk or since the previous discussion.
The only thing is some communication with DEP, and they've expressed their preference to have
One,
one,
which is what this plan was.
Yeah.
Yep.
that we would vote on the worst,
Correct.
greatest impact. And then if they want to change it, it would either be another amendment or a field change. Any comments?
So for 273, the worst case scenario, so that, that's adding a longer
That's a retaining wall.
retaining wall.
Yeah, previously there was no retaining wall, now there would be a 68-foot long retaining wall.
Yeah.
The area of activity in the buffer zone increases from 1433 square feet to 5845 square feet.
Could you say that one more time, please?
It's listed on the lower right corner of the plan. Just say as listed in the lower right corner of the plan.
Yeah, but could you start the sentence over just because I was writing something else out? Just, I got a little bit
I'll
disoriented
simply put
there.
it this way. All of the distances,
Okay.
all of the activity is as presented on the plan that was presented at the previous meeting in the lower right corner of the plan. In the interest of the 9:30 curfew.
So the limit of lawn would be the retaining wall?
Yes, and then it would be the naturalized slope below the retaining wall going towards the stormwater basin to the west.
And the naturalized slope could grow in.
Right.
Should grow
And
in.
then that's a condition
And-
that's a condition that the commission put on the original order of conditions, that the slope is to be naturalized, there would be no mowing. That's written
Yeah.
right on the plan.
Stephen, all our various and sundry communications, where did I see a table showing additional shade trees?
That doesn't apply to this lot. This is not a lot that one was requested on. There
But
were
where-
certain lots that there were, this was not one of them. So
Where-
we will get to that
where-
when we get to one of the subsequent items.
I think the retaining wall on this one is a good deterrent for any future homeowner to kind of go back in there and is there signage? You know, go back in there and basically mow or,
Well, it's a deterrent
Right.
until they decide it's not a deterrent, and then it's an enforcement scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so be it, right? I mean, everybody who will buy a house will have different ideas about their backyard, right? And then it will become,
Yes.
Mr. Could Steve, could you check with the developer to see, because I think I asked, we haven't been getting any signed affidavits from new home buyers. I'm sure some of those have been jurisdictional lots.
None of them have been jurisdictional. They
None of them
started with
haven't?
non-jurisdictional lots.
Okay, so just a reminder then that we need to get those signed affidavits. Prevent future lawsuits from disgruntled neighbors.
So are we happy with this plan?
I'm happy with that one.
Yep. That seems good.
Do we need any special conditions?
I could recommend a sign or two on a post in front of the retaining wall.
From, what do you mean, downhill or uphill?
Uphill. Because this is just site boulders, right? The-
Yes,
The
correct.
retaining-
Retaining
it's
wall.
just
The
a-
4-foot retaining wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we say location to be determined
Mm-hmm.
by the commission?
Mm-hmm.
Say it's, how long is that retaining wall?
68 feet.
Say up to 4 signs on posts.
Mr. Chairman, that 4 seems excessive for that length of wall, and on previous lots, you've not required them to be spaced that closely together.
Okay. And 3?
More reasonable.
And is everything downslope of the retaining wall? Just what happens to the soil downslope of the retaining wall, the surface? Will it be seeded or?
It remains as previously conditioned, a 1-to-1 fill slope, if you look on here, 1-to-1, 3-to-1 fill slope in the buffer zone to be naturalized after seeding and then no mowing. So that was conditioned on the previous determination and it remains.
Okay. Anything else? So motion to approve the amendment for 143A.
Oh, wait, this is a new notice of this, wait,
Notice.
Is it new notice?
This is a
All right.
yeah, sorry.
Section 3 would
Approve the notice of intent for 143A. Begin drafting the order conditions.
I will draft one.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to continue the hearing to September 27th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. This is request for amendment to order conditions 130 Woodland Way, lot 134A.
I'm circulating to you a revised copy of this plan. At our last meeting for this lot 134A, there was a request to have trees added. So they have been added to the plan. We've selected locations for shade trees that are at least 20 feet from the proposed house, that are at least 10 feet from lot lines, and they're at least 10 feet from any subsurface roof dry well infiltration trenches, so that there'd be no root interference with the foundation. We also have them at least 10 feet away from utilities, and in the case of lot lines, sometimes neighboring property owners don't appreciate having trees that straddle onto their lot line, so by keeping it 10 feet from the lot line, we're preventing a fence viewer issue in the future. The proponent would like to replant saplings from elsewhere on their vast property to affect the tree installations. Just as is being done to create the wetland replication areas.
How effective is that, Steve?
Deisheng has had very good success, but obviously if it doesn't work, they will have to buy it on market. But the intent is to use shade trees that are native to the area. I gave as an example, for example, the red maple, which is a facultative tree.
Yep, yep.
Do they have a size in mind? Caliber size?
I think they would do something consistent with what they're doing in the wetland replication area.
But I don't know what that is. Because they haven't planted the trees down in that area yet.
Is the commission looking for a specific size?
Well, you know, we could
3
get,
inch.
yeah, I don't think they could transplant a 3-inch something out of the woods and have it be successful.
Inch and a half.
Yeah, 1.5 inches.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah. What's the height on 1.5 inches? Is that one,
Pretty good height.
is it 5 feet?
Oh, yeah.
Or more.
More?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to look like a little tree.
You can see a couple of the trees we have are spaced between boulders,
Yeah.
so that they'll collectively between the trees and the boulders, they'll form a barrier.
All right, so is this the plan that has the I know I saw a table with trees on it somewhere. Where did I see that?
You probably saw it on the email. The email listed the trees, but they're all depicted on the plan.
Okay.
Yep.
This gets to be a real challenge trying to find all this information when I sit down to do the orders. It's just a challenge. Tree table.
Anything else?
You know what? I'm going to try to find the tree table maybe with my phone. Oh, here it is. Okay. So five trees.
For this lot.
Yep. And George, what do you think about a sign on a post?
Yeah, I agree here, yeah.
One side. The retaining wall ends sort of where the tree is, well, a little further away.
Right.
There's a boulder.
Retaining wall ends here, then there's a boulder, tree, boulder, tree, boulder.
Tree, yeah. So maybe kind of between a boulder and retaining wall.
So, am I reading this right? does the house extend into the boulders?
You're looking at the previous boulder location on the approved order.
Okay.
Everything, what is proposed now is in red and it's colored.
Okay, so
the
we-
retaining wall replaces boulders for a portion of the distance, and then the trees and the boulders go beyond it. So if you look at the very bottom or southern portion of the site, the first 4 boulders from the previously approved plan remain, and then the retaining wall starts
Yep. And then the rest of the boulders
beyond the top of the retaining wall.
and are not going to be,
Yeah, they're here with the trees interspersed.
so the new boulders are the gray boulders?
Correct.
Okay. Um, So when we go ahead and approve and issue this, can we get a cleaned up plan showing less stuff?
The final workup meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is sort of contingent upon what gets built there, right?
Right.
We don't know what size house is going to be built.
We're approving this. If
We're
they,
approving this,
if
right?
it changes, then it's either a field change or another amendment.
Right.
But I think for each of these, you should submit a separate plan for each permit, so we have that on file.
Once the design has been finalized.
Well, for the NOI.
Okay.
Okay, so for this exercise, you wanted everything on one sheet,
Right,
but for the next exercise, it will be a plan of just this lot.
Right, break them out so we have one in each file.
So signs on posts for this one?
Yeah,
You mentioned between the boulder and the retaining wall line.
Okay, just the one?
Seems like there's one, I mean, that's the closest, that would be the closest to the wetland flagging, right?
one on each end of the retaining wall.
Yeah. And then maybe on the other end, yeah. Because we have the whole recharge basin, right there.
Yep.
One each
I
end
don't think
retaining wall.
anyone's gonna be going
Yeah.
to recharge basin.
And there is a shrub hedgerow that the
Yeah.
planning board required over here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
So 2 signs, 1 at each end.
yep, that's good.
2 signs on posts.
Yep.
Okay, anything else?
Before I forget, the advertising advertising fee and
Thank you.
the certificates of mailing.
Thank you.
And here's a paper clip if you want to keep it.
Thank you. I am a very organized person, and this tests me sorely. So, thank you for the paperclip.
All right, anything else? All right, motion to approve the amendment and draft the amended order.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to continue the hearing to September.
With the condition of just 2 signs.
Right,
An 1.5 saplings,
yes.
caliper.
And a finalized individual plan.
Yep.
So amended, or friendly amendment
Yeah,
with condition of 2 signs at one at each end of the retaining wall and minimum 1.5 inch caliper trees.
So moved again.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion to continue to September 27th. Oh,
Oh,
So moved, sorry.
Second.
See, I'm getting tired already.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Public hearing request for amendment to order of conditions 150 Woodland Way, lot 135B.
Okay, that's the next lot to the north on the other side of the basin. This time I'll give the certificates of mailing and the legal ad fee first
Thank you. With a paper clip?
with the paperclip.
Yep.
And at the August 23rd meeting regarding this lot, the commission requested that the existing stone wall be beefed up or augmented, as we noted on the plan here, that rear yard limit signs be placed, so we show one at either end of that augmented wall. And I don't believe that there were any tree planting requests for this particular lot.
Although, we could.
Where's the limit of clearing again, Steve?
The limit of clearing is basically the existing stone wall. The
Right
erosion
behind
control
it.
barriers will be
Right,
placed just beyond the wall,
right beyond the wall?
right beyond the wall, but the limit of work is the wall.
Okay.
And because the wall is a little haphazard in this area,
Yeah.
the commission requested it be beefed up with some of the on-site boulders, rocks.
How high are you going to beef it up?
It's the commission's call.
How high do you want it beefed
What
up?
is it now?
Not
3
very
feet.
high.
Hmm? Not-
Probably another foot?
I don't think I have a picture of it. It's really
Maybe
not much
kind
of
of-
a wall down through there.
How to be, what's a normal stone, a normal stone wall is probably 3 feet, right?
2.5. This is 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah, and I don't think that wall is as tall as
No.
the table.
Another,
We'll state the final height that you want. That might be the easiest
I know,
way
I
of
would say-
selecting it.
I would say 3 feet, right?
That's,
3 feet? That's 3 feet?
yeah, there.
I would say 2 to 2.5 feet.
2.5 feet?
Yeah, 2.5. And none of the rocks should be big enough for an 8-year-old to throw.
Into a recharge basin, say.
Or you mean the small
Small
one?
enough, yes. Anything else?
So this one's got a sign
Sign at each end of the wall.
at
Yep.
each end, okay.
Grading is minimal, which is why the limit of clearing is minimal, and all of the trees in this area over here can be retained.
Yeah. And then that stone wall that's connected stays, right? That stays?
That stays.
So
That's
it's just
correct.
gonna be higher, or slightly higher?
In the
It's
area.
gonna go kind of
where-
like low, and then it's gonna kind of jump up and
Yeah, wherever,
go higher,
it'll stay low, the area that remains wooded.
yeah.
Otherwise, we'd have to
You might wanna,
take some vegetation down to get in to put more stones in there.
I know.
Which we won't want.
I don't know, maybe one tree in there just to, I mean, it's gonna look weird. A stone wall, like going,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden,
We can-
Well,
we can
maybe it'll
taper it.
oh, you can't taper it?
We can take up that.
That's the value of using stones.
Hide
Use
hide it,
different-
hide the taper with a tree?
different sized stones.
Right, the taper. The sign.
Yes.
Right, with a sign.
All right, no, that's good.
All right, anything else? Motion to approve the amendment for lot 135B and draft the amended order.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to continue to September 27th.
So moved.
Oh, so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Request for amendment to order of conditions, 186 Woodland Way, Lot 137B.
Here's the legal ad payment and the certificates of mailing. Lot 137B is the lot up here. And on this lot, at the August 23rd meeting, the commission requested several changes. Let me read my writing here. So what we've done is we've added numerous shade trees and boulders at 10 feet off on center along the limit of work line to the rear. And as we did on a previous lot, the boulders and the trees are interspersed. Also added a couple more trees where we could within the buffer zone, but along pretty distant from the wetland over in this area. Just sensitive to the fact that there's been a lot of clearing going on.
Same thing, saplings from...
Saplings. Or if saplings are insufficient, then we'll have to buy them on the market. The preference will be to reuse from on site.
Is that, so the lot next to it where 136B, is that all clear? Next?
Yes, that's cleared as well, but that's not a lot for which an amendment is sought. It is a lot for which an order exists.
But it's cleared to the property line where the two trees will be planted?
This one,
Yeah.
no, I don't believe it's cleared all the way to the property line.
Okay.
We don't have to put trees here if the commission doesn't want them, but...
No, I'm just
we-
curious.
We
Yeah.
interpreted your...
More trees.
Your
more
your
trees,
intent
more
was for
trees.
more,
No, I'm just
and
curious.
trees.
Yeah.
as with the previous lots, we applied the criteria that we list here, staying away from the foundation, the lot lines,
Right,
and
Right.
as well as any utility lines.
right, right.
Yes, please.
I had an experience
And will
about 10
help.
years ago where I had to have my sewer line to my house relined because beautiful maple tree had decided to go into the sewer
Yeah,
line
of
with its
course, the
roots.
Yeah, it happens.
They like it in there.
Yeah. It's amazing how long a root can get.
Hey, you know what?
That's a lot of,
The stone wall that's going through the middle of this house, we could just kind of relocate that.
To augment over here.
Yeah. And it wouldn't look out of place. They'd be weathered.
They'd be seasoned.
Yeah.
you just move the stone wall.
Move that
You
section of it that
rearrange
they
the
have
stone wall.
to take it out.
Like you just angle it and go behind the,
Well, I'm talking about moving it 2 lots up where we have to
Yeah, augmented.
augment
Yes.
the stone wall
oh, right,
instead of using,
yeah. Well, there's a lot of, yeah.
since we like to reuse things from on site. That's not that I wanted to carry the rocks up there, but
With equipment.
yes.
No, I was just thinking, wouldn't it be cool to just
Well-
end the stone wall at the property line and then just angle it right where the,
When the rocks are removed, some of those rocks may be large enough to be used as the boulders in between the trees over here, and then others can be used up here to augment the wall.
yeah.
I think we can't micromanage
No,
that.
you
part.
can't. I know. It's like just,
George, what about signs on posts here?
We didn't mention any.
Well, we got an awful lot of boulders there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, boulders and trees.
Yep.
The trees will fill in and along with other vegetation.
But just in case the homeowner wonders, why is there a line of boulders and trees in the middle of my nice flat backyard?
I suppose,
Or how come my neighbor has a sign and I don't?
yeah.
Don't want anyone to feel left out.
2 signs.
This is my effort at looking across the site, not just house lot to house lot. You know, if we if we make an effort to put signs all along this wetland, then maybe somebody else will connect the dots too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else? Motion to approve the amendment for, what, 137B and draft the order conditions,
Friendly, with the addition of 2 signs?
2 signs.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to continue to September 27th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, public hearing notice of intent 252 Woodland Way, 100-0432, map 36, parcel 1.
That's lot 138B. And here is the legal ad fee and the certificate of mailing and paperclip. And this lot, I don't believe this lot was discussed on the 23rd. It was discussed on the site walk, and it was discussed on
Well, this is the new
the
notice of
9th.
intent, right?
It was,
The new
yeah, it was
notice,
discussed on August 9th, I believe. So this lot had minimal activity in the buffer zone previously. It was up to this dotted line right now. Under the worst-case scenario with the Delray house style, pushes out a little bit, but we're still a significant distance away from the wetland as calculated on the plan. Any likely expansion of the backyard still remains significantly distant from the wetland. And in this particular area, the gradient isn't even towards the wetland. The gradient is towards the stormwater basin in this area.
This is the one that I think a homeowner will not even guess in 1,000 years that there's wetland in the back of their property,
Yeah.
and unless we put up a couple of signs.
2 signs.
Where would you locate them?
Well, it doesn't make any sense to locate it near the stormwater basin because any encroachment that way is just into the basin. So I'd space them in the middle over here.
Well, or
Behind the
even, how
house.
about even closer to the wetland itself? So that they
That's
can-
outside the proposed limit of activity that the
Yeah.
applicant is seeking to do any work in.
I would just do it right at the limit of activity. Where
Because it's in the buffer zone, and if they ever wanted to extend beyond that sign, they have to come to the commission anyway.
Well,
yeah,
they're supposed to.
right, right.
Well, the sign should be required on every RDA and notice of intent townwide.
All right. Steve Maloney said so.
There-
I think that's gonna be part of the new.
I think so. It's being required on every lot here, so why not everybody else in town be required to?
Well, because otherwise people aren't going to know, or they'll forget, or,
Yeah.
yeah.
You've got wetlands on your property, right?
I don't need a sign, thank you.
You have buffer zone on your property too, Bonnie, don't you?
Yeah, I got huge though. You know how big
Yeah.
my buffer
Yeah,
area is.
yeah. 2 signs?
Yeah. Okay, anything else? Motion to approve the amendment with the
Oh,
addition.
no, not an amendment.
Motion to approve the NOI and draft the order conditions with adding 2 signs.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to continue to September 27th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Like a well-oiled machine.
Yes.
All right.
And it's not even 9 o'clock yet.
Look at that.
2 signs. Still have member updates. Committee updates.
Aye. Discussion, request for amendment to order of conditions, 77 Woodland Way, Lot 68. File 0408.
We have filed the notice of intent, so I'm sorry, we filed the request for the amendment, so we're
Right.
waiting for the commission to decide whether or not you want to accept the amendment and schedule a hearing, or whether you're going to...
Which one is this?
This is the lot that we walked where there was an interceptor drain and a foundation drain on lot 69 that were installed within a portion of the buffer zone on lot 68. So we're seeking to amend the order of conditions for lot 68 to account for the fact that these two pipes and the activity and the erosion control around it already exist.
Okay. Thoughts?
Well, we asked for that. We lifted the cease and desist and stuff at the last meeting on the provision that they submit a request for an amendment. So I sort of thought that was de facto acceptance of the amendment. So, yeah.
Okay.
And I think we got it done within the 3 business days, so
Yep.
it was requested.
Okay,
Yep.
so, motion to approve request for an amendment,
A motion to schedule a hearing.
schedule a hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good. That's it?
Are we gonna schedule that for the 27th?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to submit on that, right?
It's been submitted.
Yes, we submitted.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
we
that's
have.
good.
Yeah.
Assuming the agenda isn't too full.
Assuming the agenda is not too full, and you know what they say about assuming.
I know.
Well, I'll put it this way. You've lifted the enforcement order. This work is done and it's stabilized. When you conduct the hearing on this is really a formality at this point.
Yeah.
After
So
the
if it's too busy, you could do this 2 months from now and it wouldn't matter.
So they've started on this cellar hole?
I haven't been out there this week, so they may have.
I think,
Yeah, I know they were waiting for the enforcement order to be lifted before they started and
Yep,
everything.
they did. And Luke has been really good about walking a lot before they start work. And
He didn't contact you on this one?
no, but they've also had a change from Shane to Tim. And I'm wondering if Tim knows he's supposed to let Luke know. I don't know how the communication goes up there, except that nobody has said anything to me about it.
Yeah, I'm out of the loop on that. Sheng kind of deals with Luke on those things, so I'll pass the word along.
Yeah. Schedule a hearing the 27th if we have room.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for your time this evening. See you on the 27th.
Indeed.
Conservation Office updates.
Conservation Office updates. I think you have a paper with updates, but we also have lots of pictures, which is better than paper at this time of day, I think. And we have some good and interesting updates. Just go through the pictures. They're not necessarily in the same order as the printed. So, beavers, beaver damming. This is a very funny graphic that we got from,
Keolis?
well, we got it from the beaver wranglers that Keolis has hired because there's a beaver damming.
Oh, it's in the damn parking lot, huh? So
I didn't-
it's
I
gonna
didn't-
fill up the parking lot with
Yeah,
water?
well, it's actually going to take out the train tracks is what it's going to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so
This is off Willow Road.
this is off Willow Road, way off Willow Road. You really
Oh.
can't get there. So I thought, oh, it's off Willow Road near the train tracks. I'll go look at it, and it's
Oh, I know where that is.
you just can't
Yeah.
get
That's where
there.
the trees are starting to turn color.
Yeah. Yeah, I know where that is.
So the beaver wranglers sent an application for emergency beaver dam removal to Bridget, who's the Neshoba Associated Boards of Health agent who handles beaver dam removal permits. And she needs to go look at it first.
Mhm.
And boy, I wish I was going to be here tomorrow and Monday because I would love to go out there with her.
So she's gonna be out there tomorrow?
Or Monday.
Monday,
I'm
or
not-
Monday.
Yeah. So she has to go look at it before she can issue the permit, and the permit is to take the dam apart by hand. And the beavers, of course, are just going to
Rebuild it?
reorganize all their,
Yeah. Yeah. So what is it affecting? They're afraid the water
It's
will
gonna,
rise?
it's gonna undermine the train,
The-
train track.
But there's a lot of water in there already, and has been for a long time.
Well, can we zoom in?
It's like a
There's-
little, it's like a little,
There's water and then
oh,
there's.
it's like a little, it's like a little,
Yeah, it
pond
is,
in
it
there.
is, it is very juicy in there.
Yeah.
And I don't think, not having seen it, not having any hope of seeing it, I don't know, but the commuter rail is very concerned that the rising water is going to undermine the train track.
so where's it flowing? Because for beavers to build the dam, the water's flowing a little bit. It's
Yeah.
not stagnant.
No, no,
So
and
is
this
it
all,
a little tributary?
no,
off
there's,
of
this is
Cape-
all channeled, this is in a channel. Yeah, that's all I know. So,
Well, a lot of intermittent streams are flowing, there's a lot of water everywhere, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, maybe they take it apart and drains and then
well, and
see
their
what happens again.
Keolis is
They put
paying
the
for
bypass
it.
in, don't they do the bypasses too?
Well,
Where basically they put the pipe in underneath it. And
right,
underneath
and,
the
and
thing.
we do have a couple of beaver deceivers of our own.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
And I don't know, what would you like me to do about this?
I don't think there's anything we do.
No. The only thing we can regulate is how they do it. If they're gonna do it by hand, then
Right,
that's fine.
yep.
Better, yeah.
Do you have the name of the people that are doing it?
Yes, it's, so Mike Callahan is the guy who does
Yeah.
ours.
Yeah.
This is another Callahan. This is Ruth Callahan and Dawn LaFountain from Integrated Wildlife Control in Florence, Mass. She's out by Amherst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they take it apart by hand and then just leave the material
Mm-hmm.
there for the beaver to grab
Yeah.
easily. and-
Yeah.
Rebuild.
Yep.
Give them something to do.
So their note to me said, "Good morning. On behalf of Keolis Commuter Services, we are requesting an emergency certificate to allow for the breaching of a beaver dam that is causing flooding along the railroad tracks adjacent to Willow Road. 10-day emergency beaver permit has also been requested from the Ayer Board of Health." And I asked her, "Do you mean Neshoba?" And she said, yes, she meant Neshoba. And she sent, the only tools used for breaching are potato rakes or Pulaski axes. There we go. So they've got a procedure on how to do it.
Do they have to notify Fish and Wildlife? Is that part of their?
I don't know.
At any rate, so all we have to do is the emergency certification?
Yes, and they, and Bridget sends the form to me for that when she's satisfied.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, so that's one update. The next one, this is 112 Washington Street, getting the new drain pipe. They started yesterday, and are coming right along. Very, very nice guys.
DPW's doing that? Or no?
DPW hired it out.
Oh.
Yep.
Calvin?
That looks like
Calvin.
West Main Street.
Yeah, this is West Main Street. This is really interesting. I don't know. So this is the new piece of pipe.
The
This-
DPW put in?
Yep. This is the old piece of pipe. It's a concrete pipe. This is kind of standing with my back to Main Street looking down. And this is how they put the old pipe. This is the old pipe.
Yeah.
And the new pipe is just, I don't know enough about how to actually make that connection, but it does make me wonder if that's a satisfactory way to make that connection. And the other thing I wonder about,
It's angled and flowing downward.
well, it's kind of flat, really.
Yeah.
The other thing I wonder is if this shouldn't go a little farther, and maybe it's planned to go all the way past these filter boxes, or whatever these water control boxes are. So I feel like I need to find out some more about this, and I need to hope that they're not finished. These boxes are huge, just
What's
huge.
inside those?
Air right now, but
Water.
eventually it will be water.
So they look like solid concrete.
No, they're tanks. They're just
Wow.
so it's a kind of combination retaining wall, water infiltration.
Wow.
And gravel is gonna go around all this stuff then?
It looks that way, at least here.
Because that can find its way in through that connection pretty easily.
Yeah, I need to find out some more about this.
Very least if you have fabric around it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the very good-looking sump at 231 Snake Hill Road. I had a nice visit with Gary yesterday, and the water is very far down in the sump. In the spring, the water was halfway up these pipes.
Just in the basement?
In the basement, yep. This is the interior drain around the inside of the foundation. He has finished grading, kind of a rough grading around the outside of the house, so we shouldn't be getting any more water flowing into the house from outside. I cannot tell you how upset I was this afternoon at 20 minutes of 4 when the sky opened here. This is what High Street looked like yesterday. They've taken away most of these piles of dirt, which is good.
Actually, because this is on camera, right, we should recap.
Yeah, what is
This is coming out of the blind for everybody.
Yeah. Did you get up there the other day? Okay.
So start at the beginning,
Start at the beginning. Once upon a time,
but faster.
there was a culvert that went underneath High Street at the top of the hill here behind us.
And that's, because I'm looking, I know where it is, but that doesn't look like where is the culvert? Is it right where the guy is working
It's
underneath there?
probably even lower than where the guy is working.
And
He's standing in a hole.
is
in a
the
ditch.
house on the right-hand side?
There is a house.
Or on the
Right
right-hand
here.
side? Okay.
There is a house right here.
And the little stream that
Oh,
comes down.
that-
Goes that way.
Yeah.
Where's
The house with the stream is on the other side of the road.
Okay,
behind
okay.
That nice dark
Yes,
brown house
okay,
with
that's on the
yeah.
other side, okay, okay.
So there's an old 36-inch culvert under here. There are
Mhm.
2 catch basins that just
Mhm.
go directly into the culvert.
Mm-hmm.
And the town, for various reasons, decided they didn't need to file with us. And so just went ahead and hired some people to replace this culvert. And they're also, this thing behind the tree here is a new catch basin with a sump.
Mm-hmm.
So they're replacing a 36-inch culvert with a 36-inch new culvert and adding the 2 catch basins.
Catch basin.
Yeah.
On either side of the road. Either side of the road?
Yeah, I think they are on either side
2
of the
new
road.
catch basins. Because it has catch basins.
They're replacing
They're
the
replacing
existing
them
ones
with catch basins that
with
have.
sumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did we learn about this?
Oh, a citizen reported this.
Citizen.
Citizen named Daniels, some citizen Daniels. Yeah.
Some busybody.
Texted me at 7:30 one night. What are they doing? And what are you doing? So I talked to Dan at DPW, and he gave me a list of reasons why they didn't think they needed to talk to us about this. And George recommended maybe a violation notice or something, and I think Dan still wants to have a conversation. And so, knowing this was open, when the sky opened today, they have some erosion controls on the downstream side
Mm-hmm.
that are not really going to be effective at all. They're just going to channel anything coming over the brink right into the brook.
How are they directing the water? So, I mean, I went up the other day and that water is flowing pretty fast.
Imagine when it's
Pretty
flowing
fast.
like at this moment.
But how are they directing it up
They're going
and
to pump it up and over.
up and over?
Yeah.
So they're gonna dam it upstream.
Mhm. Make some kind of little basin. and-
So dam it upstream and then put a pump in there
Mhm.
and pump it up and over.
Mhm.
You can see the movement in the water. This was before today's.
Well, I think that, it's very unfortunate because I think, we're all, again, I'll reiterate my team, mantra. We're all on the same team, and I think a little communication between departments is important.
Well, and we have a good relationship with DPW.
Yeah.
A violation notice is just a slap on the wrist and an invitation to come talk to us, which is what we want.
Yeah. Or, I mean, does it have to be a violation notice? Is it
could
just
just be an invitation to
an
come.
invitation to say,
Come explain yourself.
yeah, we know that, this has traditionally been defined as an intermittent stream. I think with current weather conditions and all the rain that we've received, 2 consecutive days of flow is considered not an intermittent stream. Remember before? Remember West Main? 2.
Yeah, I think it's more than 2 days, though. It's
I
like,
thought it was 2 days of no flow.
Of no.
Oh, 2, yes, so
Yeah.
2 days of no flow, sorry.
Yeah,
Is
it's
considered an
reversed.
intermittent stream, sorry, I got reversed.
well, an intermittent stream is still jurisdictional.
Yeah.
True, True,
You know,
True.
it doesn't have riverfront.
true, true.
Yeah, and I think Dan misread the regulation. He was reading in a section about limited projects, and he came across something that said culvert replacement, and he thought that was an exemption.
Oh.
So, one question is whether this should be, because I looked at it too, it should be notice of intent after the fact, or an emergency certification, and come talk to us.
I don't see an emergency here.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I'd say a notice of intent after the fact.
yeah.
We should also get after them, put in proper erosion controls.
Or they will get a violation notice or
Yeah,
enforcement order.
they really should have been put in
Mm-hmm.
parallel to the stream, not perpendicular to the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is another case where the silt fabric just takes to the air and goes.
Mm.
How about you tell them, notice of intent after the fact with, and you need to approve the erosion controls within the next week, or they'll get not a violation notice, but an enforcement order.
I don't see why I can't send them a violation notice right now.
I'm sort of in favor of that.
Yeah.
So I think in the computer there is a notice of violation letter that's just kind of a generic
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Run it by Jess, because it might have been written by your predecessor. Not sure what it says.
Yes, good point. Good point.
Although, did he do many of those?
You never know.
Otherwise, they'd be written by Becky.
Oh, that's it as well?
Yeah.
See,
So
that's
th-
notice of intent.
This is the yard that has the brook lined with stones.
Right, right.
And I did talk to the guy who was running the project yesterday, and he said they were going to remove most of the soil by the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, if it's going to be there through the weekend, then you need to cover it with a tarp. So most of this was out of there, but there was still soil on the road.
Where is all that soil coming from again?
This hole is really deep.
So they closed the road.
Yeah.
But does the hole go across the whole entire road, or is it just right in there?
Right now, the hole is
right
a
there?
long trench.
And that's all this, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a 36-inch pipe, and it's got to be down 5 or 8 feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Say
Wow.
violation notice, tell them the commission made you do it.
Yeah.
Which
Jess
No,
made me do
George
it.
did.
George
I'm
made
just
me do
supporting
it.
Blame it on
Right.
George.
Yep. Commission said I had to. I didn't really want to. Commission says so. Okay. Do you want me to invite them to come in on the 27th? Okay. I did go up there on my way home this afternoon, but didn't climb down the banking. It did look like a lot of water had traveled over the grass and down to the brook, but it wasn't a big stream of mud or anything. It was just
That's
it
water.
looked like just water had gone into the brook. All right, so moving along. Oh, this is Nashua Street Extension last Thursday. There's pavement under here somewhere. I hadn't been over there for a long time. There are superseding orders here, so we're not really
Involved.
but I do kind of like to keep an eye on things just 'cause. But there must have been 2 inches of dirt all the way around the circle, all the way to the top of the hill. And I saw young Mark Gallagher there, luckily, and I said, oh, this will never do. And he said he would get it swept. And I went over there on Tuesday morning, and it was clean as a whistle. So I had sent this picture to DEP just to say, hey, I asked Gallagher to clean it up, but it might actually be Calvin's responsibility because he still owns the road.
Although if their work generates the dirt,
DEP thought it was Calvin's responsibility to clean it up, so they told him so. And he said he would get it taken care of, but it was already cleaned up by then.
The silk fencing, is it holding?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
It's the whole site is really beat up.
Yeah.
and this isn't even related to the oil spill
No.
cleanup yet. Oil spill cleanup will be monitoring eventually.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This is good news.
That's
Yep.
really awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is Pine Meadow.
Yeah.
This is Bonnie's very own
Yeah.
trail crossing sign.
And we have one on the other side too. Yeah. I'd like a no littering sign right under the turn crossing sign. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Put a garbage can.
That's funny. It's like, I don't
What's
even.
that?
Huh?
Put a garbage can there instead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do on my side? Oh, I'm not gonna say it on my,
Yeah.
not on live TV. Okay.
So this is the replication area at the Willows being managed as a landscape shrub garden, I
Huh.
guess. This is all supposed to just be growing up into,
So they destroyed all the stuff that was put in there?
it's hard to tell
There was a lot
if
more.
they mowed over what was in there or not. I talked to Desheng about this in the summer. He said he would tell them to stop doing this. And I was there earlier in the week and they clearly are still doing it. So now I have the name of of somebody who has a connection to the property manager. And Desheng said he really can't do anything about this at this.
Well, it's off their
Right.
concern, so we should that be violation or enforcement and get the condo association in? Mr. Brown?
Yeah, and doesn't Sheila live right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the end of her yard is where the stones
Yeah.
are. And that's where you can mow, right? Mow in that area.
This is superseding, because they appealed it, right?
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah, they
us.
appealed it.
I don't know. I remember going over there when they were planting these and Desheng was there counting shrubs as they came off the truck, and for some reason I was there too. Last fall, early winter.
So we
Superseding
issued,
was
we
the,
issued the order and then DEP overruled it.
but that was the bill, that was a
To
new,
build.
the new building
Right.
next to this building.
Right. And they said it, I think,
It's too far.
it had to go back to the original plan of that was a mitigation area.
Right, right.
So who's got jurisdiction over enforcement?
Because it's still our mitigation plan,
Yeah,
so yeah.
so get them in.
Okay. So a violation notice or just a come see us?
Violation notice is the come see us.
I see.
Yeah.
If you just say come see us, that's like, I don't have to come see them. You say violation, you know, it doesn't hurt them. It's just, we're serious.
Okay.
But you can phrase it in a friendly fashion.
I can. Yes.
Jail time limited to 6 months, good behavior.
This is the big basin down at the bottom of Woodland Way coming along nicely. This is all nearly finished back here. The overflow is in. Is that it? Guess that's it.
Good pictures.
Yeah. Well, they are worth 1,000 words
Yes.
quite often, yeah. And I don't know that there's any other. Oh, this is so interesting. And did I not give myself a copy? I don't think I gave myself a copy. In your packet, there's a plan with a little colored in green stripe.
I saw that.
Yeah. And there's also a new notice of intent in your packet for Rosewood Ave. So I got a call the other day from,
Where is this exactly?
well, this is, it's that gray one, George, on the very bottom. There you go. Parcel 2220 is the town beach. I think.
Okay.
And the man who owns the green piece is convinced he doesn't own it, but,
Convinced he doesn't own it?
right, he inherited it from his father. And he doesn't want it. And he might owe some back taxes on it. And he was wondering if we might like it. He would give it to us. Doesn't that look like kind of a nice way to put a kayak onto Flanagan's?
Yep.
Just thinking of that. Boat access to Flanagan.
Charlie Schultz, the building commissioner, says it's not buildable.
Too narrow, huh?
It's
Or
like 40
Bring
even.
it up here.
I don't think I have it electronically.
I mean, the aerial.
Oh, the
Google.
aerial. Yeah. Yep, that I can do.
Did you get to Flanagan to Sandy Pond
Hmm?
by water?
Yeah, well, most of the time.
Under that little bridge up the street here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go under the culvert in a kayak.
With a kayak?
Isn't it kind of,
Unless it's really dry.
yeah.
The
Or
water,
really,
you know,
really
the water,
high.
Not, yeah, when it's really dry,
Oh,
really
really
low,
high.
really low.
But really hot.
Well-
Scrapes your nose on the,
I,
the spiders.
you just kind
Yeah,
of
it's
crawl
really
into
dry,
your,
you
you
walk
crawl
into
into your
it.
kayak and you just kind of like,
Please don't be a spider.
please don't be a spider up there.
So I think it is.
Yeah, it's south of the White House.
Yeah,
right
right there.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it gets kind of wet back
Yeah.
here. But,
Yeah, we could look at that sometime and see.
yeah,
It's interesting.
that would be pretty neat.
Is that right next to that house that they just fixed up?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Does the town own any of the land on the right-hand side? On the Sandy Pond side?
I think so.
There's a couple little parcels, like the right-of-ways, right?
I talked briefly to the assessor about that the other day. But the Mr. Mapper assessor mapping software was not working.
Yeah.
So we couldn't kind of didn't get very far on that, but this just seems like such an opportunity.
Mhm.
Because I know we talked about that, like with the planning stuff, about being able to get some sort of a boating access or a kayak launch.
Yeah.
Because there technically isn't one right now, correct?
There is one on Oak Ridge Drive.
Sort of, if you know about it.
Yeah, well, there's many people that go in with like a little kayak, like kayaks, and there's one fisherman that parks on the Flanagan side and drops his, he's got like a little aluminum boat with a
Yeah.
motor, motor. But the problem with that side is that it's eroding really badly.
It's really steep.
It's really steep
Yeah.
and it's eroding,
Yeah.
and pretty
And
soon
there's-
it'll disappear.
And there's no parking there,
And
right?
there's no, well, it's owned by a private citizen, and they don't really care if people park there,
Yeah.
so,
It's something like this.
yeah.
What do you think that, are you
Then
able
we'll
to do anything
park.
at this end? Because I can't. Like I said, this just gets kind of mucky, right?
Yeah.
How would you get in there?
What could you,
Yeah.
it could be something like a floating,
A boardwalk or
floating boardwalk, yeah.
Or those mats, there's like that grid stuff that you just, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we can swing by that on the sidewalk.
Yeah. It's pretty far from me.
You get,
Yeah, I don't
Pretty far
think
for me to go.
think
I
it's gonna
know.
take you forever.
You might be
know.
homesick. So maybe just get permission for us to walk on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
There's, oh, sorry about that.
whoa, look what you did. That's cool.
Wow.
Huh.
There's some stuff that's just out there, like, that has floated loose and stopped.
Like,
Like
Oh,
a
it is
piece of
actually
dock.
kind of-
oh,
to look
yeah,
at
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yes, there is, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I did see that kayaking the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
Well, there might be a little bit of angle in parking for a few cars here.
Yeah.
But worst case, outside of the summer beach season, people can also
Yeah.
use the
Yep.
parking area.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just
On
walk.
The state will develop launches for us before.
Yeah. Would they put fencing between, like a fencing between the two houses, like on the property lines?
Probably.
Yeah, so make a kind of, like you're fencing on both sides, and then you have like a path to kind of go through, and then you get to just,
Will they do that, George, on a pond that's not a great pond?
Yeah, they would have done it on Finding Pine Meadow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't remember who, do you remember who the contact was?
No. Is that in my time?
Yeah, it was David Garrett that had the information.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
That
So-
was way, way
So
back.
they would take care of what we were just describing?
Yeah,
They would figure out how to make that happen?
Yeah, they'd fund and build like parking and access down to the road, to the water.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's a very nice guy. It's Charlie, who's last Noble, Charlie Noble, I think. is
Where does he live?
Pepperell, Townsend, somewhere not too far.
Yeah.
I think the Board of Selectmen has to approve receiving the property if there are back taxes or,
yeah.
so you might check on.
So
Well,
they
and
relinquish,
they're-
Yeah.
If I was telling Charlie that he could get a tax deduction if he made a donation,
Right.
but there would probably be some costs to him in that transaction. Or he could just say to the town, take it, and the town could take it. But we should definitely put first dibs
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was,
Great.
So if we got permission to walk on it, You could look at it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to get it.
Cool.
George, I did put the zoning bylaw for the open space residential development in the packets. So the other part of the story on John Boardman's ANRAD is that backside of Shaker Mill Pond is scheduled to be developed as Ayer's first open space residential development. And our bylaw about this is terrible. And the town planner knows it's terrible. And this first one is not gonna be pretty because the developer is looking at his bottom line. And I want to say something like 24 or 5 or 6 houses are scheduled to go in back there.
They're not using the pond now as the
No,
common-
they're not
Yeah.
using the pond as open space anymore, which is good. But it doesn't say in our fledgling bylaw that you can't. It doesn't specifically say that you can't. So they had to ask.
Yeah.
But the Conservation Commission is going to have some input into this in terms of what areas get chosen to be left as open space. The Planning Board and the Conservation Commission are supposed to work together on this.
Now, why is there a need to build individual housing as opposed to kind of duplex or, cluster?
I think this is zoned single family. I don't think it's zoned for duplex.
Or cluster?
What do you mean by cluster?
Cluster means like one larger building that would have separate units.
Well, wouldn't you say Autumn
No, I
Ridge is
think
sort of
that's-
clustered
yeah, like Autumn
too?
Ridge is
Autumn Ridge is
clustered.
clustered,
Yeah,
with all the housing and then a lot of open space around
right,
it.
right.
But
Autumn Ridge is clustered.
maybe you've heard of it.
Well, I'm not sure I would ever want to live in such a place. I have Marion Stoddard as my new neighbor over there. How lucky is that? So this from a town hall staff perspective is going to be a beast. It really is going to be. The good thing is that Dan Aho, the developer, is very conscientious. But our poor bylaw is not very well shaped at this moment in time.
Whatever. I think they have that.
But we can't really officially talk about this till we open the public hearing, right?
We're talking about the bylaw.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and the only thing we have on this is going to be the ANRAD. They haven't submitted an NOI for the development yet. But I suspect I'll be putting in my 2 cents worth for a third-party review when we get to that
Well,
point.
George and I were talking about needing help even ahead of that.
For the ANRAD?
Yeah. I did talk to Judy today about that. So also in your packet somewhere.
Well, can we talk about the content of that? Since
probably not.
that's discussion and the proponents aren't here. So I think you have to sit on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Should we go through your updates?
I don't think there's anything too much more beyond the pictures. There's just little. a lot of things haven't changed.
So then, I have a question about Rosewood Ave extension. I went out there the other day. So they're gonna rip up that area to create a replication area?
No, they're really just gonna infill plants under the pine trees on the
Okay,
left.
so they're not gonna they're not gonna dig more?
Well, I don't think I have, do I have the plant, I don't have the plant list with me.
Okay,
No, it really is just
Okay.
kind of, honestly, like gardening
okay,
under those pine trees. It's just adding more plants
okay, okay.
underneath there.
Because I thought they were gonna kind of dig out more banking and more of the stream. I thought that was part of the proposal, the replication proposal. To create more wetland in there.
It was one time, did they stick with that? I can't remember.
Then did we, I can't remember what we,
Yeah.
because it seems fine the way it is. I mean, it
More
looks,
plants.
it looks,
More
yeah, more
plants.
plants
More
would be
plants.
good, but
It's
it
just
looks
more
like the
plants.
water is flowing and, you know, it's.
Yeah, and the beaver dam situation over there seems to have stabilized.
Yeah, yeah.
The water goes up and down about a square on
Mhm.
that grid.
Mhm.
Um,
And then I guess the question is, you know, when would the silt fence be removed? You know, there's a lot of fencing that goes around both sides,
Mhm.
you know, into the woods that doesn't really need to be there. Especially on the right-hand side as you're going up toward the solar panels
Mhm.
in the woods. Because it is kind of, you know, preventing migration of, you know, certain animals and,
Yeah, it's pretty well broken down and beaten up
yeah,
along there.
yeah.
And I guess we can't take it
It-
out until they have an order of
For
a
certificate.
COC.
Yeah, COC.
And they can't do that until the plants have been
Yeah, it's
alive for a
alive
couple
and,
of
yeah,
years.
yeah.
So we have
Yeah.
the silt fence issue, DPW's machinery is getting tangled up in silt fence over
Mm-hmm,
on 2A.
yeah.
And I asked Steve about that and he sent me a plan showing just little tiny pieces of silt fence here and there along
Really?
the edge of the road. Yeah.
It's all buried probably.
Yeah, I don't know. Did I forward that to you guys? He sends me, there's so much.
Yeah.
One more year and a half.
So I forwarded, I guess what I did was forward his map to Mark Wetzel. And they're going to be applying for their COCs later this fall.
Fingry Hill will.
Yeah. And then I guess it can come out what's left of it.
Okay. Are you going to be taking some office time off?
Some office time. I'm taking tomorrow and Monday off. And then I'm taking the week of whatever. What week am I taking, Jess?
You sound like you need a vacation,
does.
Joanne.
Oh, but,
17th to 21st?
yes, 17th to the 21st. But I'll be here on the 22nd. Guy has an event, so we have to come back from wherever it is we're going for that Saturday. Anyway.
So the office will survive.
Yes. I
You
did.
should maybe make sure people on the third floor have George's and maybe my contact information in case there's any emergency that comes up.
Okay. I was going to set an away message on the email, so I can do that. Yeah. Oh, the other exciting thing was I was coming back from Calvin's and saw National Grid drilling new utility pole holes by the West Main Street Bridge. And they had the cutest little tiny red tarp out, and all the soil that was coming up on the auger was going right on the tarp.
Oh, that National Grid.
Man, this thing of beauty.
That's funny. That's funny. That's
Just
great.
like they're supposed to.
That's great.
Is that it?
The only other thing is that there's an emergency certification floating around out there to take down the building next to the brook, next to the fire station.
The whole building?
No, just the part that's falling down.
I have to see what that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's supposed to have started this week, right?
Tuesday, and it hasn't started yet, so I don't know.
Weed treatment for lily pads, that was done last Friday. I watched them.
Really? Because I thought they weren't supposed to come until September. I thought we had put that off.
No, they did Flanagan. I watched them go around the perimeter.
Huh.
And they had a big plastic, their aluminum boat. They had a big plastic container, and they were spraying the lily pads in certain areas.
Yeah, they were going to put a surfactant. They had to spray a surfactant,
Yeah.
and then they went around and used the glyphosate.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, is there a way to pull lily pads like they pull water chestnuts in the Nashua River, just to kind of help reduce the
Because they're
numbers?
expanding along the shores of
they're
Sandy
filled.
Pond too.
Yeah. I mean, it's so,
They're pretty,
yeah.
Too many.
It's just so, because it's such a shallow,
yeah.
so shallow in there.
Go out and try it.
Hmm?
Go out and try it.
Go out and try.
Try
Yeah,
it.
try. See what happens.
They're pretty rhizomy.
Yeah.
They're especially the yellow ones.
Define that term. I know.
Rhizomy?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
like, is that like you cut it into pieces and it regenerates into all the different pieces?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's a horizontal root
Yeah.
that pops up stems as
Right.
it goes along.
Right. Did I tell you guys about this? I'll do it with my member update. I'll wait for a member update.
We done with this? I can turn
How'd they
it
get
off.
the boat in Flanagan's?
I'm not sure. Somebody's property, I think. Let me get back here.
Number, the open space and recreation plan.
Yes.
Carolyn McCreary came in to express frustration that Joanne hasn't worked on the conservation portion delegated by Robert. And, this has been the endless plan. But there's just not time in our office work. I checked it. I was going to ask Beth Sudemeyer about it last night at CPC, but she wasn't there. But CPC gave a grant of some money to work on the open space plan several years ago. Way several years ago. Janet said there's still 21,000 in there that's for that purpose.
21,000?
Yeah. Which, had it gone with a professional person, would have gotten used up instead of do it with the Conway School, which
Well,
I would question doing again. But, I'd be happy to write a letter to Robert and Beth saying, for the foreseeable future, the workload on this office is just too much to have that time, and we would encourage Open Space Committee to turn to using those funds for an outside source.
what has to be done? Is it a large amount of work?
The plan was submitted to the state with 10 things
10 items for the-
that needed to be
Yeah,
done.
what was given to you?
Oh, let's see. Section 5. This section should begin with a discussion of why open space protection is so important. The table that lists town-owned conservation and recreation properties must be expanded to include columns on current use, condition, recreation potential, type of grant, if any, used to purchase and/or renovate the property, public access, and degree of protection. Also, any conservation restrictions and agricultural preservation restrictions must be included, as well as any state, federal, or county land.
It's a lot of research. It's a lot of
Yes.
time. It's probably a good 40 hours of
It
really
is. It's
So
an
somebody
into-
who knows
Yeah.
what they're doing in the first place wouldn't need to be brought up to speed, which
Right.
would also add in hours to figure out.
Right, right.
So, what do you think, George?
I agree,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah. It's a lot.
And we just have both a backlog and a lot of new things coming,
Yeah.
so it goes back to open space to figure out how
Well,
it's going to
yeah,
get done.
yeah. I mean, I think there was the hope that with the new full-time town planner and with our position going to full-time,
Yeah.
I think Beth had the hope that, oh, town staff can do it.
Right,
but,
right,
you know,
right.
But when you're starting from a position of being way behind,
Mm-hmm.
you know, many years of,
Yeah.
you know, it's not like, oh, there's suddenly somebody sitting there, but it used to be, but somebody sitting there twiddling their thumbs, wondering, well, what can I do to fill this day? So it's just unrealistic.
Is there anyone else in town, you know,
This is the portion that was given to conservation, but
Yeah, that's one of my portions. There are a couple other little
yeah.
minor writing things. I think Robert's thought was that the staff could collect all this information and then give it back to the Open Space Committee so they could
Write it up.
integrate it into the plan. Because formatting is also a problem.
right,
But just you're right to do that's probably more than 40
to
hours
gather
worth
all
of
the information. in
and
one-
that's a
And get it all in one place.
plus there's stuff on that table that is not complete on top of this.
And some of that is because I think the town records aren't complete, or
Mhm.
there are contradictory sources of
Yeah.
information.
Mhm.
It's a problem.
And it's like,
So somebody would have to go to,
yeah.
yeah, look up all, yeah.
So, and I also would say that when, would you say requests for use of our agent's time should be, go through the commission as well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I did express the other day. It should at least go through our chair. But always helpful to put things in our minutes. Okay. So I'll send that email and copy you.
Okay.
Good, thank you.
Marty?
Yeah, so just one question, this came from a resident on Sandy Pond. So the right road, the cross-country main that went in the water
Mhm.
line that hooks, you know, from Wright Road to Sandy Pond Road,
Mhm.
is that operational now?
Oh, yeah.
So the water is flowing through that pipe system?
Yeah, it's been for months and months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So did they flush?
they did flush, and then they had to do some extra flushing, because when they first put it in, there's some chemical they have to put through to,
Uh-huh.
before they open it to the regular water,
Uh-huh.
to clean the pipe out before they put drinking water in it.
Yeah.
Has it improved the quality of water coming out of the pipes on some of the side roads off there?
I have heard not.
I have experienced not.
So why is
Yeah.
that? I guess
Well,
the question-
probably the pipes going down the side roads are old. They probably also have a lot of buildup inside.
Well, and they're all little dead-end pipes, they're
Yeah.
not loops.
Yeah, so you get
Yeah.
better improvement on this, but when you still go down here,
It's just a little dead end.
you're still a little dead end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, just curious.
I was hoping for great
It's
things.
unfortunate.
Sometimes you turn on the hot water and for that first minute, it's like, oh, jeez.
Right.
You know what, it seems like it's improved for me,
On your end, yeah. Well, that's good,
because it used to be real stinky.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably benefiting from the loop aspect of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the manganese content, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are they ever supposed to take that silt fencing out? Like, I think that's still in there, isn't it?
No, it just came out. They,
Literally? Okay, because I
yep.
know they're
On
pretty
Sandy
recently.
Pond Road?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
On the
And-
Sandy Pond side, then.
Yeah, Yep.
Yeah. More back.
So are they going to do anything to finish up along on the Kohler Place end of it? Because I saw there's still big piles of
Yeah,
dirt and silt
that-
fencing.
yep, and they are supposed to when, I think it's not high on AJ's list.
Was that AJ or the town?
I think it's AJ.
Did they ever fix or find the water leak in, no?
No, they looked and looked and looked and finally gave up and said, well, you know what, we're just gonna wait till there's an actual
Geyser?
geyser, sinkhole,
Sinkhole.
slump, something along those lines.
This was on Snake Hill Road, I think.
So is that why we have to conserve all
There was
this
a
water? 'Cause-
Reported
It's a little
potential
teeny-
water
little teeny
main leak,
leak.
and they went in and wasn't leaking, and
Was that where it was, I mean, last winter? It was-
Yeah, that was
It was
the,
flowing.
out
Right.
of the ground.
Yeah.
and they dug the hole and,
Came with a big salt truck because it was just ice.
yeah. And they shut off hydrants on either end and they have listening equipment. And they couldn't hear it, so they hired somebody with fancier listening equipment.
Should have brought beavers.
And yeah, really, should have brought the beavers. And they couldn't
Couldn't find it.
it. So they filled it back in and, yep, geyser, sinkhole, something. Yep.
Wow.
In the future.
All right.
Anything else,
That's it for me.
John? Mark, you have anything you want to add?
Just one thing, as the storms rolled through today, I guess I just need to make sure people understand that
Is
in
it
the
what?
event there's a storm, I will get the call for storm duty. I may not be available at
Okay.
any given second or for Thursday for whatever
Oh,
reason.
that's
And
a
potentially Saturday
disqualifier.
walk.
Yeah, sorry.
We have long-term things, but yeah, like it never even occurred to me. I thought, okay, yeah, I should let them know. So
Okay.
That happens.
Yep.
So at our next meeting, let's think about scheduling a Saturday in October. Just sort of go around and check out all the sites and
Yeah.
bring Mark up to speed and
Yeah.
John as well. And check on Solwart, one.
And count all those plants. Maybe we can do that together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see if we can't get a picture with young Robert on the bridge.
Yes.
Ooh.
Because it's, have you seen it? Have you
No.
been down there? Have you seen it?
Which bridge?
Our Boy Scout bridge?
No, I haven't been down there yet. I haven't been
I
down
haven't,
there yet.
I'm meant to, and I was going to with
I
you.
know,
and
we just didn't finish.
Life happens.
No.
Yep, that would be
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be good for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he almost gave up on that thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was very close.
Got it done.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie, our building inspector, was instrumental
Yes.
in getting
Yes.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
No, I moved it. That was
Oh,
me
motion
moving.
to. Oh,
I moved.
Oh, I
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That was